Speaking about the Camarena murder, um, what is it? Ernesto Fonseca. Who were the other two?
Caro Quintero, Felix Gallardo, they're
There
all
you
out.
go.
Well,
The,
Caro Quintero just got rearrested again because he was released and then opened up another major cartel, the Sonora drug cartel, and so he's in custody right now. But Fonseca was released. They never seized any of his billions of dollars. Felix Gallardo was also released. They never seized all of his money. These guys, like I said, Fonseca owned resorts. He owned banks. He owned a lot of hotels in resort cities, restaurants, and all of that. They never seized none of that when they arrested him. And Felix Gallardo is also out.
okay, I gotta peel back the layers here. Are you? Let me get this out properly. Typically in the United States, when assets are obtained through illegal activities, when you're arrested, one of the first things that the government does is takes away any assets that you own that was acquired through illegal activities. Felix Gallardo, Ernesto Fonseca, Rafael Caro Quintero, you're saying when they were arrested, none of their properties, none of their money was touched?
From what I understand, yes, they say on paper that they do, but then they take their chunk and give it back to them because everything is corrupt. In other words, just because they say they seized, let's say, a bank from Ernesto Fonseca, doesn't mean they really seized it. They seize it and they advertise they seized it, but then they give it back to him. In other words, everything is corrupt. Everything is corrupt. You can't even believe their arrest statistics. You can't even believe the drugs because even the drugs they seize from them. They make a major newspaper splash. Oh, they seize so many kilos of cocaine or a ton of cocaine. Or later, they end up giving it back to the traffickers. They don't
Okay,
destroy it like
so
we do here. Everything,
um,
when you think about it, everything is corrupt. Are you going to believe anything they say over there?
hmm. Okay, so I got to, you said Rafa, Rafael Caro Quintero. He was released. He starts another cartel, and now he's been rearrested.
Yes.
How or why is that possible when somebody like El Mayo, who's been running the Sinaloa cartel for no less than 30 years, is still walking the streets?
Well, the reason that Carlos Quintero might be arrested, I don't know, is because maybe he upset El Mayo, and Mayo ordered him to be arrested.
Uh,
You get it?
got it, got it.
That's the way it works. And also, if an enemy cartel is upsetting El Mayo, he could go to the Mexican government and say, arrest that guy. That's what the wars. And so the opposite cartel now has generals on their payroll that protect them. Part of the government protects them, and another part of the government is protecting El Mayo. And that's why you have this war because these two cartels have become so rich and powerful that they can afford to buy the government. So therefore, if El Mayo says, by the way, Carlos Quintero, I didn't want him to start that cartel in Sonora, and he's not obeying my rules, lock him up. All right, we'll go lock him up. So now he's locked up. But remember, he was arrested for the murder of Camarena, DEA agent, and he got released. How does that happen?
How does it happen that all three of them got released? That's crazy.
And that's what happens in a corrupt country, Shawn. And that's why we have to stop our corruption here. We don't want to end up being like that. This is why we need to basically deal with our own corruption in this country because it can get that bad where some people get arrested and other people don't get arrested. So the law must be equal. Okay? It must be equal. You cannot commit a crime, and because you have a lot of money or you're a prestigious guy, get away with it, or some other guy from the barrio gets arrested for the same crime and they give him life imprisonment. That's why we have to stop that stuff. We have to nip it at the bud. Corruption can destroy a whole nation. And let me tell you something. We are not clean. I know for a fact we have corruption in this country. And I'm not pointing at one political party in this country. I've known both political parties to suffer from corruption in our country. And we have corruption. And let's not kid ourselves. We all see it. We need to stop it because we can get as bad as Mexico. How would you like some criminal to say, arrest Shawn because I don't like him? And you get arrested. Planted with coke or whatever they want to do with you. That's what happens in a corrupt country. And we cannot go there.